Joining us on the left is Force of Phil Blackman of Eternal Dirtles. And on the right, we have Lands, that would be Jeff. And Jeff, consistently with the unhinged playmats, something we're going to be looking at carefully. One card on the bottom for Force of Phil, Thespian Stage, Mox Diamond.
Let me just...
Discarding Maze of Ith, Life for Nalome. So Loam in the trash. Thespian Stage on the board. Basic planes for Force of Phil. Is Force of Phil playing Death and Taxes? What would happen if Force of Phil played Death and Taxes? Like, how would people react? AP, thank you for the resub. 35 months for AP. And if AP makes it to 36, that would be huge. Sphere of Resistance countered by Force Pitching Brainstorm. Lorien revealed getting Island cycled. And finding a basic island. Grove of the Burn Willows was the second land drop for Jeff. So that tells us... What does that tell us, class? That tells us Punishing Fire is coming. Wow.
I will play Small Pox.
Is Punishing Fire a play pattern that we like? Sphere of Resistance on the stack. Deduce in response. Draw a card, make a clue. Sphere of Resistance is going to resolve. That's going to be really annoying for Force of Phil. That was an Ancient Tomb.
Swing 3, 2, and that's 18.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah, Punishing Fire should be on the watch list if we're being honest.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
By the way, people in the YouTube comments, can you let us know what's on the watch list? I kind of lost track. Somebody let us know. That's Dark Depths right there. Talk about play patterns. That card. What were they thinking with Dark Depths? I mean, what? Who designs these cards? Okay, Force of Phil cracking a clue, drawing a card. Just playing a Tundra and passing the turn. Seems like Jeff thinking about some end step moves here. Has the mana available to make a Merit Lage. High Train complete 9 subs. Thank you, everybody. 52% level 3.
No, exactly that. Oh, okay. I wouldn't have done that. All right. It's all right. I misunderstood. Okay. Okay. Responses.
I'll be gain 1 as a 2.
Okay.
What is this?
Conduit of Worlds.
I'm just gonna get the thing off the camera.
So 18, 20.
So honestly, I guess you actually want the Oracle either.
Players getting the live totals up for us. Thank you, Force of Phil. So, I believe that is... Oh, crap. What's the name of this card? Conduit of Worlds. Conduit of Worlds. This is a card that I've seen Jeff play a bit. That is a Brain Surge in response. Tapping out for that, thanks to Sphere of Resistance, so it's unlikely we're going to see a free spell getting cast here, I guess. So Conduit of Worlds is in. Maze of Ith gets played. That's a turn. Maze of Ith not super exciting against Force of Phil, as you can probably tell.
Yeah, the whole match, the trigger was managed to be redirected.
Mystic Sanctuary, put Brain Surge back on top. Dredging Loam, Milling Tabernacle, Rishidan Portal, and Urza's Saga. Riftstone Portal, excuse me, not Rishidan Portal. Gonna try to cast Sphere of Resistance from the graveyard using Conduit of Worlds. Yeah, Jeff has the textless Urza's Saga. Knowing Jeff probably battled for it at a, what was it, store championship, game day, something. Okay, looks like we're trying to make a Marrow Age here.
I'm just hitting stuff. I'm sure I played more lands.
Okay, looks like we're going to game 2. Jeff takes game 1, making a Marrow Age ends the game.
Yeah, anytime there was the whole article.
So player shuffling up here for game 2. Force of Phil will be on the play. Jeff resetting the life totals, very nice. Dom V doesn't know what Urza's Saga does. Yeah.
Okay, and this goes back on top.
Yeah, it says, and you put it on top of it.
Yeah. It's not that I want to draw it. I'd rather draw a land.
I'll keep it.
Okay, sounds like Phil has kept. Okay, both players kept 7. Turn 1 Ponder for Force of Phil. A funny thing that I saw. So Force of Phil on the left side of your screen has a podcast, Eternal Dirtles. Most of you probably know that already. And they had Reduke on this week or whatever. And they were talking about the grief ban and the future of Legacy and all that fun stuff. And they asked Reed about cards, pet cards that maybe a lot of people aren't using. Reed mentioned Carnage Interpreter, which we've seen on a 90s MTG stream that Reed was playing a while back. And neither Zach nor Phil knew what that card did. And then I was mentioned as possibly getting angry at them that they don't have every card memorized. And just make sure you memorize all the cards, everybody. That's the point. Prismatic Ending on Sphere of Resistance.
I can do it for X is 1, so this costs 0, and so 2 colors will get it. It's the same thing as Thalia, yeah. This is the tax. Go ahead.
Okay. Jeff learning how Sunburst or whatever works. These mechanics are all, I don't know. Expiration on the stack.
All right. It has Stellarium.
Yeah. Creature, artifact, instant. Yeah.
Force of Negation, Pitching Brainstorm. So Expiration, a good spell to counter. It's countered. Tiller dropping some nice emotes in the chat. You know what, Tiller? You got good taste. Audrey got mad on my behalf, yeah. Here's Sabo's Web. Yeah, we haven't seen Serendib Refreet on stream, but I played a cube draft over the weekend, and I got absolutely smacked by a Serendib Refreet in a game, so that really happened, actually.
Yeah,
It's like 5 rounds with no lands.
I also played some Lorcana over the weekend. We're not going to talk about that on stream, though, because people get extremely triggered.
I mean, you have to play a bunch of land.
If you want to hear about my Lorcana adventures, join our Discord server.
Already taking everyone play this time?
It's just too much for the stream.
Three cards.
Oh, nice.
So Sabo's Web, an interesting one. I had the text up on the screen a moment ago. Each land with an activate ability that isn't a mana ability doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. So Urza's Saga, one of those, just got played. Here's Brain Surge.
To get so you have to practicing just turn to kill people.
I haven't
I
decided.
don't think it's
It's
just
like,
one, right?
so it's like a week before Thanksgiving. And it's like really top of my.
Shout out to Krendel. Thanks for picking up a 90s MTG t-shirt. Appreciate you.
Drawing the dread return, right? Stuff like that.
Does that apply to this? Because this technically is not.
It doesn't have it'll gain the activated ability when it goes to 2. So if you were to tap it right now, it would untap.
Yeah, Force of Will making a good point. It doesn't have the other activated abilities right now, so if it was tapped with 1 chapter counter on it, it would untap under Sabo's Web. But after that, once it gains the ability to make constructs, it would not untap. Great point by Force of Will. I should have pointed that out when we were talking about what this card does.
Yeah. Or an activated ability that's not a mana ability. That's the,
So that's both.
That's like activated.
yeah. It doesn't matter if it has the mana ability, it's irrelevant. It's only if it has a non-mana activated ability.
I had a bunch of good stuff in my hand, I gotta say.
I can make some assumptions. Maybe the deck.
There's a lot of options.
All right, Urza's Saga ticks up to 2. We'll see if Jeff prioritizes making some constructs. It would not untap because of Sabo's Web as of right now. There's Thespian Stage. That is a land with an activated ability. That is not a mana ability. Misty Rainforest gets played by Force of Fill. Counterbalance. Monka, thank you for the resub. 52 months from Monka. What's up, Monka T? The Force of Fill special counterbalance is on the table. Phil's been cooking up counterbalance decks for some time now. I'm sure if you've been watching our live streams, you're aware of the miracle that is Force of Fill.
Pass it.
All right, end step, make a construct. The Saga will not untap. It will search. It still will tick up to chapter 3. But we're only going to get 1 construct, it looks like, unless Jeff has some fancy way of untapping this thing. All right, so it will tick up to chapter 3 after not untapping, and then the search will happen.
Does it hit the graveyard before you
I
search?
think I look first, then it goes to the graveyard.
Right, like this thing, whatever you 2 to 4 comes into play before this goes to the graveyard, right?
Actually, no. I feel like you sack after it.
Because it's still
Something like that.
resolving, right? Okay, because it's sack after 3. Yeah. All right, it resolves. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Who the hell knows?
for a green
I will keep this.
How does Sagas work again? Haywire Might comes in. Saga goes to the trash. And that could be a way to either blow up Sabo's Web or counterbalance. Most likely, my guess is that Sabo's Web will be the target.
I'm gonna get
Okay, looks like we have some level 10 and higher judges in the chat. That is a Dark Depths. Attacking with Construct.
I will.
Just a 2-2 Construct.
For 2.
Nice. Some protection from wasteland.
All right, Jeff will pass the turn. Terminus off the top. All right, so Haywire Might will most likely pop here. Hype Train Conductor Magic Ad says, I use the Discord. It holds all the answers to all your questions. The 90s MTG Discord is the most valuable Magic the Gathering resource that there is. I think it's safe to say. Does anyone disagree? I don't know anywhere else on the internet that's more valuable. All right, Sambo's web is blown up by Haywire Might. And then Terminus will happen.
Didn't get to see that before.
I would imagine.
That would have helped me out last game a lot.
I'll probably try out.
Go ahead, I have affection in your books.
Okay, looks like we're going to activate Thespian Stage, copying Dark Depths, using the Ancient Tomb mana. That is a Merit Lage.
I'm going to pay 2 life and surgical your Urza Saga.
Pay 2 life, Surgical or Urza Saga. After the draw step. Or during the draw step. Or whatever.
I'm gonna mill here, but if you want to know, like, can you see, or would you prefer?
Somebody coughing in the background? I think they were thrown out.
I'm gonna pitch on the top and cast it. So I'll go 17.
Draw a card. Chain step, yeah.
If you have to cough, go outside.
Yeah.
Okay, crop rotation in response to surgical. And deduce revealed on top by counterbalance. So it looks like crop rotation is going to resolve. It will.
Yeah, I was playing around like all your players should be doing.
And there is an Urza Saga. So Jeff will get an Urza Saga before surgical resolves and removes all the rest of the copies in the deck. And a handshake? Oh, no way to remove Merit Lage, I guess. Okay.
Cards too blunt.
I'm just trying to figure out because you mix it up every week.
Okay. Jeff got that one. It looked like it wasn't over, but it was over. All right. GG's. Jeff gets the match. Jeff gets the match. Wow. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not yet in the Discord, for folks. We have a merch shop and a Patreon for those of you that want to take this relationship a little bit further. We just began another season or session or something of our Webcam Legacy League. This would be the 11th. If you're in the Discord and you see people gathering in the gathering voice calls, that's your cue. Go ahead and join and spectate some matches. People located around the world are playing in the league. And so there could be matches happening at basically any time of day, no matter where you are. So feel free to join and spectate that. It's all super fun. And let's take a look at what's going on in the Discord anyway. Okay, people are getting some magic cards. That's interesting. The talk of the town. Magic Ads says it's the best league there is. Okay, that's a big endorsement there from Hype Train Conductor Magic Ads. Redemption says, I will stream all my games in Gathering. You will see some jank for sure. All right, there's a good plug right there as well. All right, let's set up the next match. Just a reminder, everybody, no voting on today's stream. No voting. We're just going to run through some rounds. Diving in.
It's my bad. It's always that. It's a hat.
I wish I had room to run one hippie in my deck.
Right.
Just to like Dark Ritual hippie with the hippie playmat.
All right, on the left side is Steven Rise with Mono Black. We use that term, I don't know, kind of loosely here. Grixis Delver on the right, that would be John. A little bit Dutch angle, but it's okay. And we're ready to go.
Swamp, go.
Okay, we're underway. That is a Swamp. Misty Rainforest. Mishra's Bauble. Okay, taking a look at the top cards of both decks with Mishra's Baubles here. John can crack a fetch to change the top of the deck if he wants. We'll see if that happens.
Thank you.
It does not, so we're passing the turn. Dextro, thank you for the resub. 18 months. That's a new badge. End step Entomb. Misty Rainforest getting correct in response.
You gonna put it on your phone? For the fans.
Thank you, John. Pulia, thank you for the sub with Prime. Appreciate that.
So I'd have to get all the. You'd have to sign up. Yeah, it's a whole big fucking deal. And who the fuck wants to pay to watch me play Magic?
All right, a brainstorming response by John. So it looks like this is actually Reanimator for Steven. I didn't play against Steven at this event, so I assumed Steven was on some kind of mono black. Okay, Daze hits the Entomb, it's countered.
Oh, if it feels
Well, it has to look at the top right there. So you like in the last game he's right.
still technically
Yeah. Alright, well I'll draw that guy you saw.
Marsh Flats.
Let's do mine. Thoughtseize target you.
All right, Thoughtseize on this deck, targeting John. Murktide, Volk, Ponder, Scalding Tarn, Bloodstained Mire, it looks like, Flooded Strand, and a Fatal Push.
And stuff on cracking the Marsh Flats.
How bad do you want?
Sorry, what's your name?
Void Walk.
Yeah, I like your
Reserve list is in the chat. What's up?
I like this one. I really like it. Smelter's a little obnoxious.
It's a bit insane. Don't get me wrong. But
Get a clue.
I'll play whatever the best names are.
Thinking about this Thoughtseize, I mean, do you just go after Ponder here? Do we care about Murktide if we're Reanimator? All right, we're taking Murktide. Fair enough.
And
Okay, passing the turn back to John. Plays a Volk, cast the Ponder. Yeah, must fall talking about taking the Murktide. I mean, fetching up a Bayou. Now is Steven. I mean, if you're going to Thoughtseize and then reanimate an Atraxa or something, the Murktide is not super relevant. I guess it depends.
Badlands. Go.
Entomb was countered by Daze.
Swamp.
All right, Opposition Agent in response to a fetch and an opportunity to use Fatal Push here. Okay.
Yeah. Figure out
I'm gonna fetch. I'm just gonna fetch it.
yeah, I'll just let it run.
Could have done that one.
I'm gonna fetch this. Might as well.
I'll do it self again.
Harry Houdini excited to see some Reanimator. All right, Dragon's Rage Channeler and the Psychic Frog. Just Troll of Khazad-dûm getting swamp cycled here.
One Bayou. In hand. Two cards in hand.
and then I will pass to you have actions your upkeep.
Ronaldo has 0 triggers on it. No, the Nomad's used.
On the way home from this event, I ran into, just by chance, I ran into Steven in the subway station, riding back through Queens, and we were bonding about being lifelong New Yorkers and all the stuff related to that. And longtime Magic players. What a life we live.
Yes, okay, I respond and target
Yeah,
not
Tammy, we
Shuko with deals and then the Karate trigger.
I mean, I was able to rewind like something. I don't
So you have some, and then
Both of us grew up in this city jamming Magic cards. All right, Reanimate. Troll of Khazad-dûm. Troll of Khazad-dûm is in.
holding priority, I'm going to pass.
Yeah, Steven and I have both ate many bagels in our lifetimes. What else have we done?
Trophy the frog.
Assassin's Trophy on the Psychic Frog. It's gone.
Choose not to use it.
We'll fetch twice. I'm going to fetch twice.
Okay, John opted not to search attacking with Dragon's Rage Channeler. We are Delirious. Passing the turn. Troll with 6 power. The possibility of Bolt is scary. Steven's life total under threat here.
Ritual.
Dark Ritual, okay. Harvester of Misery. Force Pitching Days. Surveil. Fatal Push in the Yard.
The only thing you do not know is what you want to do.
Truth Cold said, when I first moved here, talking about New York, I was eating a bagel every other day, and it really stressed the tensile strength of my belt. Yeah, you got to be careful with that stuff, Truth Cold. You got to be careful. All right, here's Murktide Regent. Is Murktide on the watch list?
No, he was on.
They didn't even mention Murktide in the ban.
I heard of that.
They just don't care about us.
Like, I've never played against this, I don't know, but I heard it's really good. But everybody likes casting their brainstorms here too much.
8/8 Murktide standing by. Troll of Khazad-dûm is not going to deliver a knockout punch here. Murktide will. The possibility of Bolt in John's hand is also scary. Steven with only 1 card in hand. I don't know what that card could be. That could change the outcome of this game. We're going to take a look at the graveyard, maybe just gathering information. Maybe a reanimation spell. Maybe enter the dungeon, play a sub game.
Briefly until he tried. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if he does some stuff, I don't know. I just generally reach personal shit against not like all in.
John suspicious that Steven has a reanimation spell in hand.
I'll try this.
What did Steven draw here?
Alright, you got it.
Okay, I thought it was going to be something exciting, but it's just a scoop. John takes game 1.
Searching for lines. And same go.
So now Steven will be on the play. We know a little bit more about Steven's deck. It does have some possible fast starts, it looks like. Dark Ritual stuff. Yes, this is absolutely post-bans. The queue has been cleared of all pre-ban stuff. Only post-ban from now on. If you're interested in pre-ban stuff that was in the queue, it's been posted up on our YouTube channel for our members. Some extra stuff to put on while making dinner. Nile Spellbomb comes in. Are we making dinner or order takeout people here in the chat? Does anybody have a anything they want to share on that? All right, here's Tamio. Tamio is in. Nile Spellbomb on the table. Up to K on Tamio. Can't counter that.
Oh, yeah, no, okay.
Because I didn't see that. So I'll probably get these. Maybe one of those songs there.
Yeah.
Hype Train Conductor Magic Ad says takeout is 45 minutes away. Oh my god. Oh man.
So I'll have both of these will trigger and another trigger. I'll stack
Literally with 15 power.
five in hand.
No, that was sorry.
I was talking about before how Steven and I are lifelong New York City residents. Takeout 45 minutes away. That's just a life I can't I can't imagine.
These are not triggered yet. I'll start with the nomads now.
Oh, no, sorry. This is power. Artifact count, right?
So first
Yeah.
How do you survive? That was a brainstorm for Jeskai John. Dragon's Rage Channeler in play. Bowmaster in play.
I'll ping you.
Delirium was on.
I will go ahead. I'll just sage you with a massage on too. I'm gonna pop the spell bomb. You get a Go ahead.
Okay, maybe a missed opportunity to kill Dragon's Rage Channeler there. If we're going to pop the spell bomb anyway, could have pinged DRC, then reduced its power toughness. Polluted Delta comes in.
That was a really nice size pump there.
Maybe Steven realizing that. Bill has subbed with Prime 9 months. New Age Legacy with my brother Jafar John. Yes, exactly. That is Blue White Bill in the chat. Jeskai John's brother.
I'll play this bottle. I'll crack this.
Or cousin or something. Psychic Frog comes in.
That's next.
Put in Lion Sash, White, and
Yeah.
Fire.
Draw.
Psychic Frog, Bowmaster. These cards are controversial at this point, I would say. I'm looking forward to seeing how the metagame shakes out post-Grief Ban. Dauthi Voidwalker is at the stack. That'll make Delirium and Flying with the Frog difficult. Why does my dad hate me, says Delver player is what we're rocking with. Bolts and Delvers, Goyfs and Fatal Pushes. I think people are doing Bolts and Delvers for now. But Goyfs and Fatal Pushes, Nether Goyf, Barrow Goyf, we're seeing those cards a lot too. Think about responding to Dauthi Voidwalker. Nope, it's in.
Targeting illusions triggers.
Molten Collapse, Serval, put a land into the yard. It gets exiled with Dauthi Voidwalker.
Oh man, I'll go to attacks.
Attacking with both Psychic Frog and Dragon's Rage Channeler.
That's fine.
I'm gonna bomb you.
Block the down through with the army.
You have nothing else, right? The bobble is just gonna
I'm
block
gonna
you.
take
Right.
Looks like Dragon's Rage Channeler is getting blocked by the Orc Army. Dragon's Rage Channeler will trade. Then Psychic Frog will draw. Bowmaster trigger. Deal damage to John. Make another Orc Army.
Memories. Yeah. And you do not.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was an option here to block. Yeah, I'm not sure what Steven should have done. I don't know.
I was like, oh, he needs the white.
Yeah, the white. Yeah. But like, why am I playing Pattern Souls on white? And it just has to be right.
I guess there was just no reason to block the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Just let the damage get through and ping DRC. And have a 2/2 Orc Army. All right, Harvester of Misery getting discarded here to hit Dragon's Rage Channeler.
I don't know what else you would do with the crop.
Yeah, not much. I mean, really, I just have to hope you go for the graveyard way and bog it.
Yeah.
It was like one land, a frog, a bowmaster. Unless I didn't, because in Mexican
I thought you were gonna get a hitting named Nomad.
Yeah, I didn't have a
Liliana of the Veil getting forced pitching Brainstorm.
Yeah. Once I saw the green sun scene, I'm like, oh, this is.
Attacking for 2, okay. Not leaving back any blockers. Psychic Frog will be free to do whatever it wants, it looks like. Fatal Push on Bowmaster. Attack with Psychic Frog.
I don't really have shoot for you, so I don't really care.
Dave Kaplan chimes in on the Delver builds. Tameo, Push, and DRC no bolts or Delvers seems to be successful post-ban. Dave Kaplan coming in hot. There you have it, folks.
That's why I like How many do you now? 3?
So I had an inkling you would have Fairy Macaw. Does it make any sense I board Suicide Memory?
It's legal target.
Yeah, but it would just be like...
No, this is not
Reanimate targeting my
Reanimate targeting Harvester of Misery.
I didn't need to do that.
Yeah, all creatures get -2.
-2.
It's a 5.
Others. So not the harvester itself.
Let me see. It's a 5.
Yeah, I would have taken my claws if I saw the green sun.
Oh, 100%.
Harvester of Misery. This could force John to discard to grow the frog.
So much more,
You just like, not a trade.
Okay. Force getting Reanimate off the stack, pitching Brainstorm. Harvester of Misery goes back into the trash.
Like the Caracas was like, cool. I would just cast my Birdman again.
Exactly. And then you get all the triggers again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bounce Nadu on.
Orc Army chump blocking Psychic Frog, no extra card. Murktide.
You didn't. I assume that you were representing Source of Postures.
I don't know, it's weird because it feels like there's almost never that great of time for that.
Yeah.
Like, so you gotta pick these like weird windows.
Yeah.
Okay, 7/7 Murktide is in.
Good, but you just gotta bite the. I think you just gotta bite the bullet. If you have no answer around. Yeah, because at most in Caracas it's like your opponent pays 3 mana. Unless you have all the cards in your hand, then it's there. But if you're like literally not doing anything with Caracas, then yeah. Tax your opponent for 3 mana.
Response to that, Air Mason.
Ready, 4-0, baby.
What are the people of the chat, people of the YouTube comments playing in the post-grief Week 1 metagame? What deck are you picking up? What's the deck of choice now?
Chaos Frog.
We're up to Chaos Frog, pretty good. All right, Frog down. 7/7 Murktide still needs to be dealt with. At least it doesn't draw John a card every time it hits. Attacking for 7. Magic adds the Hydrant Conductor with Cephalid Breakfast. Redemption on Rad Storm. You know what? I'm tired of losing to Rad Storm. I really am. There's a handshake. Nothing in hand to deal with the Murktide. Murktide region, folks. Card is too good. It's just too good. GG's. No polls on today's stream. We're just going to be moving through the queue little by little. Discord up on your screen. Delusional Crown said I had to intentionally concede my last 4-0 MTGO League to keep the Radstorm list secret. Yeah, Delusional Crown, please keep that up. We cannot have the tech go public. We cannot have that. Okay. We're going to queue up another round momentarily. Diving in. Okay, Yasu joins us on the left with Cephalid Breakfast. And on the right is Grixis John once again. All right, Yasu has taken a mulligan. Specchio calling the votes rigged. Yeah. Yeah.
No, just thinking about that hand.
Okay. Nadu.
We were talking during the previous round in today's stream about taking the subway together. Yasu used to be my subway buddy, but we both moved, and now it's just not the same. Really is sad. All right, one card on the bottom for Yasu, and we are ready to go.
Good luck.
Misty Rainforest getting cracked to start the game. A look at Dread Return on the bottom of the deck. Basic Island. Hope for Escape. Thank you for the sub with Prime 7 months. Appreciate that. Thank you.
If you're no rotted, chances are you're probably not. You probably need 2 Slick the Stoopers in play before you cast the 3rd.
Turn 1, Ponder. One of the most powerful plays in all of Legacy, right? Ponder Shuffle. Ponder Shuffle, a sign of weakness.
Go ahead.
Go.
Bill saying, what was the showing like on Monday? Did we have a 100-person Legacy weekly post ban? Yeah, so we're expecting now that Grief is banned to have like 200 people at every weekly event because people are just so excited. It's not going to be the same amount of people that we always have. It's going to be crazy. Yeah. All right, Delver on the table.
Play Emperor Bones.
Lotus Petal. Brainstorm, okay.
Yeah, that's when it comes into play, right?
Yeah, it's something when you adapt it.
Spotted a copy of Nadu Winged Wisdom in Yasu's hand here, so that could be on the way soon. Delver does not flip, but it still attacks.
Beginning of combat, I'll go after the Ura.
Okay, here's Tamio, Inquisitive Student. Misty Rainforest getting correct. It's a Wasteland on John's side.
Testy.
Yeah, the barista at my local coffee shop just has no interest in anything Magic the Gathering, but listens to my thoughts about the whole thing.
There you go.
The barista was pretty excited to hear that the frog survived the ban. I've mentioned the frog a bunch of times, and they don't even know what's going on, but they're a fan of the frog. Legacy Club, thank you for the reso with Prime 11 months. Appreciate that. Getting close to that 1 year. Swords to Plowshare is getting fired off. Tamio down. Savannah down.
Go.
And then I'll
D's revealed on top of the deck. Insect Elaboration now on the board. Delver of Secrets transforms. Attacking. Pass the turn.
Cast Skyclave Apparition?
That's all.
I tried it. Trigger, yeah. Gross. Trigger for 2.
With a 20.
Go ahead.
I'll pass the turn.
Yep.
So, second trigger.
Attack.
Play, counter. So that triggers Bill, sorry, Bill. Trigger value again. Yeah, but I'm targeting Bill this time.
Oh, crap. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. So I still have
My outs are so slim.
Okay, that resolves.
Okay, Dragon's Rage Channeler is on the board.
Okay.
Let's grab
Sure.
Bayou. Trigger
That's right.
Looks like Yasu just drew a Force of Will. Has a Narcomoeba in hand, I think I spotted. And maybe now to Fairy Time Raveler as well.
Present hand?
It should get faster.
Pass the turn.
Alright, just passing the turn is Yasu. Attacking for 4. Dropping down to 7. Wasteland, not too bad.
No blocks.
Molten Collapse on the Lotus Petal, Surveil. Going after the mana. I like this play a lot. I like this mana. I like this. Anyway. Second Frog surveilled into the graveyard. Force pitching Narcomoeba to protect Lotus Petal.
Draw.
Looks like Yasu drew a land.
Sure.
But is close to running out of time, potentially. The possibility of Lightning Bolt is scary. At 5 life. There's also the possibility of Delirium. It looks like creature, land, sorcery in the yard.
3. Or 4, sorry. One's the call.
Okay, Teferi Time Raveler is played. D's, that'll force the sacrificing of Lotus Petal. Ponder into the yard, that turns on Delirium. Force pitching Force. Teferi, it looks like, will be countered.
Go for 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's good.
Picked up one counter card.
Just like racking my memory, what's on 4, what's on 4? What's about to happen?
Looks like Force and Nadu are the last 2 cards in Yasu's hand. So it could potentially protect Teferi, but then what?
4 types.
No green mana to even cast Nadu right now.
I have to roll a second.
Okay, Force pitching Nadu. Teferi is in. Gonna bounce into Elaboration. Bolt still ends the game.
Can I read Nadu? It's creatures you control. So in your end step, I'm gonna just Bowmaster to your face.
Killing Teferi. Delver replayed.
Oh no!
If you don't have the token, you don't get.
Oh, here he is. Yeah. Nice try, guy.
Casey Gregor, thank you for the resub 14 months. Appreciate that.
I was like, yeah, this is
Before you see the other color, who's in my case.
Go.
Untap.
Okay, no flip of the Delver. Attack it for 4.
I will.
And obviously, I did say the wrong.
Okay, Swords gets countered, and game 1 goes to John.
Stupid wasteland.
Hard cast on.
There was
One in trigger.
That play of Molten Collapse on the Lotus Petal was a good one. Do both players have the same sleeves? Seems like a misplay. All right, looks like Yasu has kept 7. John is dropping down to 5 here.
Both times, just 0 land. Actually, no, there's a wasteland last time, but same. I can't cancel it. I can't cancel it.
I'll keep it.
Yeah, well. In my defense, I'm trying
They
to.
printed it.
Yeah. No.
Okay, 2 cards on the bottom for John. 5 card hand. Turn 1 ponder. Reserve list with a question. Thoughts on the bans? I think the same thing that I always think when there are bans. When the community seems to hate one particular card, it gets banned. And that's really it. I don't know. I'm not the type to lose any sleep about what cards need to be banned. I'm going to be at FNM regardless of what the banned and restricted list looks like. And I don't know. Okay, Delver comes in. Sometimes when I'm on X, I'll see tweets that are like, we need to ban Uro, Murktide, all the Universes Beyond cards, and whatever. And that's just a mute for me. That's just like the end of me seeing your tweets. It's just... These are not serious opinions. All right, Brainstorm resolves. Now a fetch. Shuffle it away. Yeah, Casey Gregor absolutely right. It's only a matter of time before we're all playing Lorcana and grinding the Lorcana circuit. No Man's in Core. Delver Trigger reveals Brainstorm. Truth Cult says, as a person who is very much not a competitive player, my only real dog in the fight is this making FNM miserable? I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. If FNM is miserable, there needs to be a fix.
It's still going to 2. It's just...
All right, here's a ponder for Yasu.
Yeah, because the chapter going up puts a trigger on the stack, which is it's giving games.
Urza Saga comes in.
I'll take the prismatic ending.
And Prismatic Ending on its calibration will resolve. Also, I think people have this idea that somehow like a change of the ban list will completely change Legacy so much that it'll be, you know, just droves of people coming in to play. while bans can definitely be great for the players that exist, it's just like we're still going to have 25 to 30 players at FNM here in New York City. There's still going to be, 75 players on the Legacy Challenge. It's going to be the same. Like 3 people are coming back, and who cares? Whatever. It's just not super important. And I mentioned this on Discord, but like one of my favorite moments from like the past month and a half has been the week where like Wizards employees were tweeting about that they're on vacation, and other people are simultaneously rage tweeting that there needs to be an emergency ban. Like, I don't know. Everybody just needs to relax.
I'll take that one, Liberator. Sure. Okay. Then second main.
All right, Urza Saga getting tapped here, so no construct this time. Nadu Winged Wisdom, and this could be combo time.
Yes, you can basically tap.
Power Blast? Let me show you Power Blast first.
I will wasteland your cards.
Sounds like there's going to be a Power Blast.
It's fine.
So what results?
Surveil dumps the Dragon's Rage Channeler into the graveyard. Nadu is countered.
3 types. Go. Yep. Your copy is fine. The trigger is in a second. So you just pull the truck. Sorry.
All right, Force of Will dumped into the yard. Brainstorm resolving now.
Oh, yeah. He's right, yes.
I see another Nadu Winged Wisdom in Yasu's hand, so this Nomads in Core, if John can deal with it, it would be great for odds of winning this game. If you're rooting for John.
Yeah, so it checks to see if it has no counters.
I think I'm on record at this point as not being a fan of Nadu. Just don't like the card. Not a fan. Fatal Push on Nomads in Core.
This resolves?
Yeah.
You could have 3.
Dave Kaplan with a great point. Those in self-exile pending a grief ban may return to help choose which card should be banned next. Yes, those 6 people are back and more annoying than ever. All right, Surveil, Meticulous Archive. Wasteland took out Urza Saga.
Oh, okay, yes, right.
Oh, wow.
Source of Plowshares on Dragon's Rage Channeler. It's gone. Gain 3 life. Back up to 20. John at full health. There's Delver. Here's the bird. Brainstorm response, maybe hoping for another Power Blast. Days wouldn't be enough. Nadu is in. Brainstorm revealed. That'll flip the Delver into Insectile Aberration. Brainstorm drawn. Brainstorm cast. Looking for a way to deal with Nadu here. Yeah, Casey Gregor can't believe I hate the bird. Found a Molten Collapse. Targeting Nadu. It will trigger. Ponder will go to hand.
I'm cutting her.
Yep. Go ahead.
Draw.
I did find a force of
John able to disrupt quite a bit in this game, able to remove key creatures off the battlefield like Nadu, Nomads in Core, counter to Nomads in Core earlier on, and presenting a clock in this Insect Collaboration. This game is going really well for John. No matter how I feel about Nadu, no doubt about it, there are a lot more tools to beat it in Legacy than there were in Modern. Pyroblast, for example.
I guess this is some kind of like value, not.
Yeah.
I saw the Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
One card in hand?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing else in here that's gonna.
You have like a billion cards.
I know. That's so bad.
With new lands, get through the deck, toss his Oracle. That's what we're doing.
Looks like there's a Brazen Borrower in hand, thinking about bouncing Insect Liberation with Petty Theft. There's also a Swords, I think, in hand. Okay. So Brazen Borrower will go on an adventure. Here's Nomads and Core. Okay.
Yeah.
Nomads and Core on the battlefield. Scary.
Oh, draw score. Oh, so you take.
Attacking with Nomads and Core. Okay. No flip of the Delver. Dom V calling for a ban of Narcomoeba. Yeah, that card was not tested for 1v1.
Oh shit, man. You got me.
Narcomoeba and Shuko in hand, it looks like. Shuko equips itself to Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower will stay back on defense. Nope. We're attacking. Okay. We're getting in there.
That's a lot of damage.
And a Narcomoeba to block. Okay.
Go.
And it will be equipped so it can kill an Insect Liberation in combat. No flip of the Delver. It's bad news for John. Okay, Narcomoeba will trade with the Delver regardless. Tameo. 0-3.
Pop.
Swords on Tameo. Attacker for 5 again. Fatal push on the Nomads and Core. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and a replacement Nomads and Core.
Five.
Yasuo attacking for 5 again. Another fatal push. 3 damage gets in.
Card in hand. Flip, go.
Yeah, you got it. I had the hand was like, I needed the brain.
4.
I don't know, maybe it's a wasteland deck. I should have sent that one back.
Brazen Borrower equipped with Shuko attacking.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking.
Bowmaster. Okay, that could be a way to kill Brazen Borrower right now. It will die.
Wait, did you just shuffle?
That was a pretty damn good Bowmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got the line. I raced. Oh, and then I just like, I don't need time.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's really bad.
Uh-oh. Illusionist. And that gets the scoop. Cephalid Illusionist, Nomads and Core, mill the deck, Narcomoeba's enter, Flashback Droid return, target that's his Oracle. Yeah.
Well, cycle can at least make stuff. Yeah, I can stop. Yeah,
Me too.
Then they keep the combo on the table. Yeah.
You ended my winning streak, man. I was like, shit, can I go for the 4-0, 8-0?
Okay, Yasu was worried about a winning streak. Going to game 3.
No, because sacrificing.
Were there enough Narcomoebas left? I think only 1 was played in that game. I don't know. John scooped, so. Misty Rainforest.
So they banned Grief, and then I played Frog all 4 rounds tonight. So I'm gonna team like.
Flooded Strand pass the turn. Bowmaster on end step. Bowmaster not too bad against these breakfast decks.
Swords not you. Two triggers.
Just brainstorm.
Looks like there's going to be a brainstorm in response. Get that under the Bowmaster.
West Meadow tapped.
Return 3.
Just have to slip that brainstorm in there. Just have to slip it in.
Go searching.
Like,
I think most probably too strong, but even if it's not, it's just now the best thing This is fine.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Okay, Bowmaster is in. John will untap with a Bowmaster and Orc Army in play. This might be a search for the Meticulous Archive here. Nope, just a basic lanes. Shuffling after the brainstorm.
So how do you think Magic on MTGO leagues are gonna transfer now that Rescaminator is gone?
I still have a league registered with Scamander. But Eldrazi.
Eldrazi.
I'm still have Eldrazi in
Your
Cycles.
hands, including the two.
That good? Like just like face roll kind of deck.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it looks like Yasu is holding a Swords to Plowshares that could deal with Bowmaster, potentially.
10 times the number of lands.
Urza Saga could also present another game plan. Nomads in Core. Okay.
Yeah, you say it's fair.
Now attacking for 2.
Take 2.
Okay, John found a Wasteland for the Urza Saga. It's gone.
Draw. Cards in hand.
Play Lion Sash.
Line sash. Where's yours?
And I pass to you.
Okay. In your unstep,
Yeah.
it will zenith for 1.
Okay, so for Little Illusionist, presenting the combo. Opportunity to react with it on the stack. Fatal Push on Nomads and Core. That'll protect John for now. Looks like Illusionist resolves. Another Nomads and Core is in hand, it seems. Cracking Flooded Strand. Nope, maybe not.
I'll still fetch.
Okay. Cracking it after all. Tropical Island, okay.
okay.
End of your turn.
Wait.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess.
Ponder resolves. Cephalid Illusionist being on the battlefield is a little bit scary, for sure. Shuko or Nomads and Core could be combo time.
And activate Sash, eat the Misty Rainforest.
Sure.
Mini?
Players new to the format, the Legacy format, may run into Cephalid Illusionist and not really know how this works. But with Nomads and Core or Shuko, much like in the way that people use it with Nadu in Modern, you just keep targeting the Illusionist over and over again, mill your whole library, Dread Return after some Narcomoebas enter, and Thassa's Oracle.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Zenith for 3.
Okay, Fatal Push hits the Illusionist. Thassa's Oracle was milled that time.
Yep.
Mishra's Bauble targeting myself. Yvonne says, I'm not familiar with Legacy. Do these Cephalid Breakfast decks ever play a copy or two of Nadu? Yeah, so... well, I don't have to say anything else.
Solitude. Sack the
All right, brainstorm in response to Nadu Winged Wisdom. Freshly banned in Modern. Still legal in Legacy at this point.
honestly, it's not going anywhere.
It would have come up sooner.
Yeah, that was perfectly timed. You're right.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm not going to win through this board state.
Yeah.
I don't think I can beat Safekeeper.
The Sylvan
That's why I
Safekeeper
threw
is
the
Fatal push?
3 for 1 in the game 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess
it's
like
the same as forcing it.
Trigger?
I wonder what I could play to give like
Hydra Conductor Magic Ad suggesting I rehearse all these streams. That would be a really good use of my time, probably. I should think about that.
Oh, that's a good one actually. I'm in black white now.
Yeah.
Umazawa used to be the thing.
Yeah.
Although that's
Yeah, the script is working today. Bergtooth, you're absolutely right.
I can trigger it 5 times.
Yeah.
That's great.
Really stupid, but.
So I guess then you're not playing Illusionist.
No.
Yeah, you don't have to drive for takeout if you have lots of extra time. That's true. That's true.
Oh yeah, I don't think
I don't even own a car, chat.
you can stop it.
Well, so like the way it works is like I would
How do you feel about that? Does anybody have a feeling about that?
I would get probably another creature or 2 deck, so that's another 4 looks. And then once I get
Yeah, I haven't been playing Doctor Who Stompy lately. I've been playing Maverick, actually. My list is posted in our Discord. Swords on the Bowmaster.
reverse myself to get more looks, and after like odd turn cycle, I can turn through my document.
Yeah. And then the
But it's like,
does it.
yeah. But like the difference is that like, you know, I don't have to do it all in one turn because like everything just goes into my hand. So it's like
Murktide Regents. This card is good. Have you seen this card, chat? It's from Modern Horizons. 6/6 Murktide. It's in. So Yasu's at 6.
I do think Breakfast is really cool.
breakfast is cool deck. I
In
agree.
general, and this is
Idiotic games.
along the similar lines.
Yeah.
All right, the fist bump ends the match. John gets it. Defeats Nadu. Wow. GG's. GG's. Don't go anywhere. Quick break. Okay, everybody, I am back. Thanks for waiting up for me. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. We also have a Patreon, and we have a merch shop. Go check those out if you're interested. We're not going to be doing any polls on today's stream. I will be guiding us round by round through a very short queue. It is week 1 of the post-grief metagame. We'll return with... We'll go back to having polls next week. Let's jump into another round.
Non-deterministic infinite line that like
Change sleeves. Or is that your deck?
No, I was gonna say if Four Horsemen is shadow banned because of this, right?
You go with Hyrule?
You change sleeves.
I tend to change
Even like the rares are cheap.
I mean, it's nice.
Okay, Gabe is on the left with Cephalid Breakfast, and on the right we have Dominic on Demir. These are 2 decks you can definitely expect to see in Legacy events week 1 of the post-grief metagame, I would say. We are underway. Both players kept 7. Underground Sea getting found by Polluted Delta.
Another boy.
There is the Nether Go. Mishra's Bauble. Take a look at the top of Gabe's deck.
Okay. Move to upkeep, draw the bottom. Nice.
We were talking a little bit on today's stream about the post-grief metagame. Tempo decks, how are they looking? The Nether Go, Tameo, Psychic Frog, Dragon's Rage Channeler, Delver, Barrow Goyf. You go down the roster of 1 to 3 mana creatures that exist in Legacy right now worth thinking about in these tempo decks. Fatal Push on Delighted Halfling. It's being figured out, I would say. Wasteland on the Trop. Okay, good start to this game for Dom. Attacks for 3 with the Nether Go. Yeah, both players with nice playmats, especially Dom.
Yeah. Probably one of the best things that's happened to Morning reveals.
Into Soars the Nether Go and succeeds. It's gone. Amazing Pepto-Bismol with a historic message. Hey, Chris, just wanted to let you know I really appreciate the YouTube content. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. This is the real show, the live stream, after all.
Frog.
Play a Badlands.
You're 20.
Some people watch this later on YouTube. It's crazy. All right, Psychic Frog. There's the Frog. All right, Force Pitching Ponder. Frog is countered.
Oh, you already
I might have Days to Plow. So go. Would you pitch Ponder?
Oh, you know you can still do that.
No,
I
you're
ran.
end of turn.
No, I just ran that too fast. I mean, I just said.
Urza Saga is in. Shuko. Shuko on the board.
And step.
I will.
Thoughtseize reveals Illusionist and Dread Return. Okay. Cephalid Illusionist in the trash. Dread Return in hand is not really where Gabe wants it to be.
We will.
I can't combo with this. Oh, I could. But.
Draw. I'll play my Wasteland for turn. I'll waste your time.
Casey Greger says, my YouTube history is 50% Benucci and 50% Miss Rachel. I don't even know what that is. What is that? I'm always looking for something to watch on YouTube.
Undercity Sewers. Yeah. On top.
Okay, Nether Go is in.
Saga.
How big is the koi?
The premier toddler YouTube person. Oh, okay. Hadn't heard of it. Finds another Shuko.
Yeah. Land, sorcery, creature.
Where in the world are you, amazing Pepto? Where is everybody watching in the chat right now? Where is everybody at?
Sure.
No Man's in Core. Plenty of ways to interact with Nadu and/or Illusionist.
What is that? He's
3-1.
3-1.
Swing? Yeah. I'm going to 9. Short. Go ahead.
Sigo.
Big attack from the Nethergoyf. Gabe scoops it up. We're going to game 2. Dom up a game.
I would have wastelanded the saga, yeah, that was. I guess you're right, yeah.
I'm gonna activate target.
Harry Houdini in Ontario, Canada. Casey Gregor, of course, in KC area. Pastina has arrived in the chat. Misty Rainforest.
Repeat the process.
19.
Yep. Once again?
Yep.
Pastina, of course, in Brazil. Redemption in Texas.
You can go
H.C. Buta in Austria. Bergtooth is in Tampa.
I can destroy target.
Yep.
All those errors.
19.
Whenever combat damage is dealt to you,
Meticulous Archive is found. We're going to surveil.
What is that? So when it's in the graveyard, it's a 5/4, 5 to play. If it's in the graveyard and a creature damages you, attacking, you can put it to the top of your library and destroy that creature. So that's how we're fighting Frog now. The Frog gets a hit, but then the
I'll just move the last one.
Not sure what's happening here. Okay, Surveil left it on top. Okay. Seemed like there was a pause there for some reason. Urza's Saga comes in. Prismatic Ending on the Goyf. It's gone.
is it? I don't know. If that's how it works, then I target something else.
These matchups usually, if you're holding counter magic in hand, which I see a Force of Will in Dominic's hand, you're not going to be in the early game, especially Force of Willing to protect your Nethergoyf or your threat. You're saving that to interact with combo pieces. Urza Saga ticks up to 2. Basic Islands.
Just call. It's tricky. It's tricky.
Teferi Time Raveler.
So he's attacking with both of these. This one's doing damage. This is.
Pepto in Australia right now. Okay. Very cool.
But does he get the ability to respond to the target?
Attempt to flash in Bowmasters.
Yeah.
Tempting to flash in Bowmaster in response to Teferi. It's pretty good.
Thinking.
Yeah, what are my legal targets?
It was until I found it.
And then a Daze on Teferi as well.
Things matter.
Teferi is countered. So Bowmaster on the board is pretty good for Dom, who now casts Thoughtseize. Really good disruption from this blue-black deck here. Nadu, Teferi Time Raveler, Swords, and Narcomoeba.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just have to kill
This is an interesting one, right? I can take Nadu. You can't cast right now.
Okay, so you could respond to it, so I have to.
But it's still just the scariest, I think. This Bowmaster's down. Yeah, I'll just take the Nadu.
Sure.
Okay, Nadu is selected. It's gone.
God, how much do I want to like high roll here?
I don't know.
You're gonna draw half your deck in a second anyway.
Such a strange matchup.
Fortune favors the bold.
Okay.
Okay, going after Meticulous Archive instead of Urza Saga. Dominic taking a risk here. Urza Saga could search for Shuko potentially.
Okay.
Good search.
Yeah.
Draw a creature.
No stifle. Maybe that was good.
Pete says tuning in from NYC. I know a thing or two about NYC. Soul Guy Lantern selected. Okay, choosing Thoughtseize.
The decision.
Yes, we have reset the queue. Everything is post-ban. If you're interested in our queue of matches that had not made it to a stream, those are posted on our YouTube channel for our members. Could be some extra stuff to watch for sure. Hit the join button on YouTube and unlock a giant archive of matches that you have not seen.
Okay.
Tabby's like 2.7
Yeah, so it's
or
like
something.
between 2 or 3.
Okay.
Twister's legal in EDH, so that's why it's
Narcomoeba hits the board.
for 1. And it was like, oh wait.
I'll play one more.
Is it really?
See if I get one more land.
Did you win it?
Brian Cole won. Won the Lotus, and Hank won the Twister.
Wasn't showing out 500 for a format.
You have 2 cards in hand?
It was a great, honestly. It was
2 or 1?
It's one.
1. It's just
One card in Gabe's hand. And here's Bowmaster. Kill the Narcomoeba. Orc army will grow.
Well,
And it was a terrible matchup.
Can't
So
feel
like,
bad about losing to the best of us.
How many no
instead lost to Trash.
It's not as bad as like I should have. My first 2 games today, and I just punted like 5 winning games in a row. I just had to believe I was so tilted. I was like, at that point,
Okay, Thoughtseize reveals the Teferi Time Raveler and Cabal Therapy. Teferi will be taken, of course.
fetch.
The problem
I want to respond.
the problem is like you answer everything, but then you never. You just,
Soul Guy Lantern removing the graveyard here in response to the fetch. Twitch chat talking about Pokemon and Pokemon cards. Moderators, just start banning people. Just get them out of here.
and it's like really tough on my schedule.
Here's Unlicensed Hearse, attacking for 3. I can't handle people talking about other card games.
we will begin with just
Prismatic Ending on the Bowmaster. Bowmaster gone. Unlicensed Hearse is pretty good against the Breakfast combo. Could potentially remove the flashback spells from the yard like Dread Return or Cabal Therapy. Could remove Narcomoebas before they enter. Can remove Thassa's Oracle once it's targeted by Dread Return. There's a lot you can do with Unlicensed Hearse.
And you have just the Cabal Therapy I know about. Hit you for 2.
Just a Cabal Therapy in hand for Gabe here. Here's a Ponder. We're not doing Pokemon on today's stream, everybody. We're not doing it.
I can draw. So you got on top. Oh, and stuff. I'm gonna eat 2 more things. Doesn't matter what.
The lands in
Okay, Cephalid Illusionist is in play. Top 2 cards of the graveyard get exiled by Unlicensed Hearse. There's another Bowmaster, and that is the match. Dominic gets it. GG's. GG's. Keith Masterflex says, Chris, you could have those sick YouTube videos where it's just an old tournament and the buzz of your mic for 5 hours. People watch those right. You know what? Maybe. Maybe. We'll think about it. Dom V says, no one beats Dom Vernaza 8 times in a row. Yeah. The Don. The Don. 90s MTG ASMR. Maybe. Maybe. All right, let's keep things moving here. Diving in.
All right. We'll do that.
Response time. Sure thing. Okay. I'm passing.
You're at 5, right?
I'm gonna get Chris.
I saw you the cool Urza Saga. Yeah.
So I'm on it.
All right, so back on the left is Gabe on breakfast. And then on the right, we have lands. That would be Jeff. Salty says, thanks for all the content and legacy you bring in YouTube. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. This is the real show, after all. Some people, they watch this later on YouTube, like not live. Like it's not live. They're watching it later. It's wild. It's crazy. All right, 2 cards on the bottom.
I'm just thinking for a second now. Play out a half land. I'll play a land, trigger, target help. Okay.
Twitch chat so far appreciating Jeff's playmat. Jeff usually just brings out the most unhinged playmats possible. Here's Delighted Halfling.
Pass. 100.
Wasteland on the trop. I like that Wasteland.
Move to discard.
What Wasteland version is the best Wasteland version, chat? And I don't know. I think you saw where I was going with that.
We will force that.
All right, here's a ponder for Gabe.
I do. Tap for green. Nodding.
What about the OG art? Did you think about the OG art?
Is it good?
Did you consider the OG art? People lose their minds.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Okay. So I'll resolve the Naughty trigger first, then hands, put a counter on it. I'll then fetch.
That's a thespian stage on the board for Jeff. And it's the OG art. It's the OG art.
Reanimator targeting.
Wow.
What is it? It's a 5/4 menace. Comes to play.
Trigger again.
Double trigger Nadu again.
Tap for a color.
Okay, Nadu Winged Wisdom can't be countered. Not that Jeff has the plan to anyway. Finding a Savannah. Nadu is on the board, folks. Nadu is on the board.
Did not already trigger twice?
Yeah, but I'm targeting build.
What's the plan here for Jeff, I wonder? To beat Nadu. Winged Wisdom.
17 fetch.
Wasteland on a Savannah, and then pass the turn. Not super relevant. Was that an OG art Wasteland, chat?
No, I'm getting it. You don't have to explain the sequence twice.
Which of the Wastelands in Jeff's graveyard has the, in air quotes, best art? Does anybody know?
Play 7 6.
I'm so confused, I can't tell. All right. No Man's in Core. We're doing it.
In the number that it showed up today.
Yeah, no.
It's like everywhere I look.
Opposition agent.
These sickos are not man. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. There's a lot more of us than I thought there would be.
Cabal Therapy targeting Jeff, and I believe Crop Rotation was named. It takes a copy. Jeff's hand is revealed. Dark Steps, Dark Depths, Ancient Tomb, Sphere of Resistance. Okay, a whole bunch of cards in hand. Nadu doing its thing.
Or 4, sorry. What's the call?
That's 3/6.
Brainstorm with the OG art. It's the best one. Wow.
Pass turn. Upkeep. Leave it out. Put him in the wrong order.
It's like recommending what's on 4, what's on.
On upkeep, doing the Nadu thing again here with Nomads and Core. So many cards coming to hand now.
Assuming you'll be on the play, you're good. Pass to before you went.
Okay. Proceeds to Jeff's draw step. Gabe with a fat stack of cards in hand.
Not be great. No.
I'll bounce draw out. Trigger. No trigger.
Caracas. Targeting Nadu.
Yes.
Underground sea past turn.
Something.
Mr. Rainforest by full.
Yes.
Let's cycle Warrior Reveal for
Let's try guy.
I was like, yeah, this is
sure gets to win before you see me the other color. Green. Or blues in my case.
Okay, Nadu gets replayed. We're going to do the Nadu Nomads and Core thing again. At least it looks like that's the plan. No, Brainstorm first. Okay.
Sacred Frog game number 1 in this one. Number 2 emotionally, Patrick.
Fetch.
This is this
Okay, fetching after the Brainstorm now. Hedge Maze, Surveil.
I will pass the turn after that. Cut. Crack. Trigger.
Nomads and Core into the graveyard. All right, now doing the Nomads and Core Nadu thing. Delighted Halfling moves along the card indicating where we are on number of Nadu triggers per turn. Ponder now. Narcomoeba to hand. That's another creature. Urza Saga enters.
And set all match. 18. Camera. 2. Untap.
That was a Ponder. Goes to hand.
Edge Maze, true.
Yep. Okay.
Gabe with plenty of cards in hand. The flashback now of Cabal Therapy.
Yeah. You drew the Caracas.
This happens next.
Okay, Gabe not writing down what cards were in hand, but could have just named Sphere of Resistance there. I think all those cards were known, but this barely matters, I think. Fetching now.
Come back to reality.
Jag says Legacy players are going to get real tired of Nadu real quick. Some predictions coming in about that. Cephalid Illusionist. And it looks like Jeff has scooped it up.
Go get another UC.
Yep. Gabe is up a game. Salty says, I like Nadu's effect, but it's boring AF to watch. Keith Master Flex says Nadu is fine. Adam says, I can't wait for every round in EW to go to 45 minutes overtime because of Nadu. All right. Some optimism, some pessimism. Yeah. Chili says, Legacy players have a higher tolerance for triggers. You know, Chili, I know what you're referring to, and it's not funny. Product fatigue is a real thing.
Oh.
Mox Diamond. Discarding Grove of the Burn Willows. Okay.
Response to deduce, I'm going to flash on. Sure.
Urza Saga.
Well, I guess I know what
These roll exile.
Expiration, not bad.
And it deals so much damage before it happens. There's this unspoken about window of interaction where like game actions happen.
That is Horizon Canopy. Pass the turn.
Makes it so that costs. Yeah.
Okay, sacking Horizon Canopy to draw a card. There's a Saga trigger on the stack, and it's getting responded to, consigned to memory.
What happens? You just can't make constructs. So it's still going to 2, it just can't make constructs anymore. Yeah.
Oh, so like you'll never have it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this, Gabe explaining it, and I probably should have explained it myself, but countering the ability that gives Urza Saga the ability to make constructs. So this Urza Saga will never be able to make constructs. It will still have 2 chapter counters on it, though. So it will go up to chapter 3 and search next turn, but it will never be able to make constructs. That is a Thespian stage, and that could copy Urza Saga potentially. And that was a Grow Over the Burn Willows. Okay, Jeff passes the turn.
And then I'll play out a Tropical Island, trigger target.
Consigned to memory countering the ability on Urza Saga that allows it to make construct is pretty cool.
Just think for a second.
It'll be interesting to see if Jeff copies this Urza Saga. Yeah, Consigned to Memory is a cool card, for sure. Here's Ponder for Gabe. Consigned to Memory only counters triggered abilities, which makes it interesting. Crop Rotation, Sacking, Grow Over the Burn Willows.
Sure. So for a while I was thinking about if I tried doing using Witch's Cottage in the same way, and just unfortunately everything gets exiled. It's like it's not the same.
I will wasteland your cards.
Yep.
Getting Dark Depths, copying Dark Depths with Thespian Stage.
Yep.
One card in hand.
1 card in Jeff's hand.
Consign the trigger.
Consigned to Memory on the... What are we doing?
Use both your things and you don't get a 2020.
Fatal push your state.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm not sure if that is how that works. So, a Stifle or Consigned to Memory on Dark Depths ability will have it still be on the battlefield, and it will trigger again, and Jeff would make a Marit Lage here. That was not resolved correctly.
You want to rewind that?
I'm not thinking.
No, you're right.
No, yeah.
It just,
So it checks to see if it has no counters. You stifle it. It also still has no counters, so it checks. It triggers again.
When state based, so check.
Yeah.
So I'll put back the card.
Okay, it seems like the players are backing up to resolve this correctly. We may have just saved the whole stream here.
Probably should not have added that. Sorry.
No, you could have stifled the Thespian Stage trigger.
No, he couldn't have.
No, that's an activated
Consign
ability.
is triggered all.
It's only triggered.
Consign, I'm thinking stifle. Sorry.
This is
So
my
that's
game.
actually
What am I looking at? This is my graveyard.
Yes.
Okay, so some spectators, it appears, stepped in here, and some kind of fix will be happening. Consigned to Memory did counter Dark Depths ability, but Dark Depths, I'll get Dark Depths text up on the screen. Dark Depths will just trigger again. You do not stop a Marit Lage from being created by stifling it. That's just not how it works.
Sure.
All right, game 2 goes to Jeff. Gabe scoops it up. I'm glad that was corrected. Going to game 3.
You could just find like a soul guide or something to stop my comment.
Yeah, you stifle adepts once and never again. Keith Master Flex, absolutely right. Well said. So Gabe will be on the play here in game 3. Or is the Saga past the turn?
Respond. I'll double the counters on each one.
Get through the deck, tosses probably.
And I'll swing for 4.
Take it. 12.
Oh wait, I exiled 2.
Oh yes, 2 more. Yeah.
So it all worked out in the end. Jeff took game 2, sorry. Game 2. An Urza Saga for Jeff and a Shadow Spear.
Cool. Oh, Shadow Spear.
Swing for 4.
I'll take 5.
Go ahead.
4. Oh, draws 4. Oh, so you take. So this is a 5. So you're at 12.
Faye, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Here's Cephalid Illusionist that will resolve.
Sure. End of turn. Crack.
Jeff's Urza Saga has ticked up to 2.
Oh, I thought you were looking for Forest. That's from.
Oh, I will.
No idea what's
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I'll just tell the driver. Sorry.
That's Brothers War, isn't it?
I had that exactly back.
Yeah, that's why you're trying to pick your
But I just redirect
pure one.
Oh, Bowmaster.
What the hell? I was like,
That is a Yavimaya. Expiration, pretty good.
How many cards?
silly boy. I love this card. Very cool.
Expiration on the stack. Faye says, take my money. Enjoying your YouTube video since weeks. Brought me back to playing again. Spent last weekend in the car to play 2 paper legacy tournaments. Thank you. Thank you for giving your money. And I'm glad you're enjoying Legacy. That's awesome. All right, Urza Saga pops after floating a mana for Gabe. Shuko is found. The combo has been assembled. It looks like.
I don't want to make your merc type bigger.
Oh, I kind of does that.
Does Jeff have interaction? We're about to find out. Maybe.
Good night, Shuffle.
Yeah, I will. Never mind. Nothing like that.
Exploration was countered. And then assembling the combo. Cabal third.
You took 5 and then 3, so 12.
All named surgical.
Force 11. 10.
Naming surgical extraction. Jeff's hand has revealed Choke, Grove of the Burn Willows, Ancient Tomb, Maze of Ith, Forest. No interaction. Gabe is going to mill the deck. Reveal some stuff. And it looks like this is over.
Gender check. Yeah, good trade.
Yeah.
And I have 3 now.
That was 3.
So they both get
So I can go up there again if you had 2 things.
All right, revealing it all. MTG Banning joins the chat to say, can't believe Shuko is in play. Yeah, MTG Banning cannot stand seeing Shuko. GG's. Gabe gets it. Wow. Is this the OG art? Does anybody know? And does that mean it's the best one? Is this card retro frame? Can someone tell us? Is this the best art for the One Ring? Does anybody know? Which one's the best? I don't know. All right. The stuff is too hard to figure out. Somebody just tell me which One Ring is the best. Is it the OG? Which one's the OG? I need your help. Diving into another match.
Oh, these are Mario dice. These are, where'd you get these from?
I am anti.
Fuck yeah. Those are fucking awesome.
The Mario Party dice?
Hell yeah, the best ones.
Luigi and Mario? How do you even?
Even.
I'll take
Rigged.
Rigged. They're weighted to always go against you.
Yep.
Always. That's usually how they go.
Even though I get.
All right, joining us on the left is David Marchese with Demir, and on the right we have Yasu with Cephalid Breakfast.
Nice that you always lose. Oh shucks, I lost again. Damn it, damn it. I used to play 8-rack and Mother, and then I would take
I'm not bugging out. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I would win game 1, and then they would choose to be on the play. I'm like, okay.
Okay, it sounds like both players have kept 7. Tamio, Inquisitive Student to start the game.
First time is weird. After the second time, go down.
Honestly, like, every time somebody casts a Ponder and it's not a threat that's going to kill me immediately, I'm like...
Is that the best version of Tamio, Inquisitive Student? Is that the OG art? Does anybody know? Flooded Strand getting cracked? Which one's the best? Here's Basic Island. Wow, not alpha? That's my impression of the YouTube comments sometimes. All right, Ponder. Also not OG. Wow. Is Yasu aware that there's an OG Ponder? Is Yasu watching right now? Can someone call Yasu on the phone?
Yep, Mainstream's good.
Just not sure if he's aware.
Looks that way.
Go.
Prismatic Crystal, Kraken.
Zero.
Attacking with Tamio, make a clue. There's a clue. Wow, not the OG clue. All right, I'm going to stop now. You get the idea.
Red D's response.
That's how you sound, people in the comments. That's how you sound. You sound insane. All right, here's Psychic Frog. Retro frame. Wow.
Play Swamp. Play.
What'd you pick? I'm sorry.
Nomads and Core.
Go ahead.
Attacking with Tamio, making a clue. Psychic Frog, getting through. David will draw a card.
And then we'll see what
Now a Ponder. Chili says when Chris talks about the YouTube comments, it's like he's the heel in his own show. This is a strange channel, Chili. It's not clear what is even going on this channel. And, I don't know.
Just adapt with nothing under it.
Tamio will flip. It will turn into the Inquisitive Scholar. It will plus.
Attacking creatures get 1 less power or 2 less power?
Okay, Bloodstained Mire gets cracked.
Mine's very slow. But it does have stuff. It's got some cool stuff. Oh, yeah.
Casey Gregor says Tamio is really cool. High hopes for Ajani as well. Yeah, Ajani's seeing some play for sure. I've seen Ajani on Legacy tables. What even were the other ones for the other colors? Like, who is the red Flipwalker? I have no idea. Here's Baleful Strix. And who is green? I don't know. Baleful Strix seeing some play these days. Cavern of Souls, Naming Wizard, Nadu Winged Wisdom.
Yeah. Activate targeting.
Oh, brain. Right.
Nadu things happening. Nomads and Core goes to hand. Misty to play. Nadu to hand. Shuko to hand. Okay.
One. Go.
Digging up a savannah. And redundant Nadu, redundant breakfast combo creatures / Shuko. Days on the second Nomads and Core.
Pass two. On your upkeep side. Activate Nadu. Nomads on itself again. 3.
Upkeep activating the ability again. Misty Rainforest to play. Flooded Strand to play. Now Nadu's turn. Teferi Time Raveler to hand. Brainstorm to hand. So the combo going off a bit here. Removal spell, down tick Tameo, removal spell. Possible. Psychic Frog attacking.
Yep. Poison hand.
Go.
6.
6 cards in David's hand.
Yeah.
Okay, the Emperor.
Breakfast definitely among the decks that people are sleeving up for week 1 post grief. You were talking at the shop. All right, double blocking Psychic Frog here. We were talking a bit at the shop about what will that do to the metagame if, you know, I'm not so big on the tiers, but if Breakfast is thought to be a tier 1 deck, what will that do to the all right, discarding a whole bunch of lands here to grow the frog into a 5/6.
Yeah, 5, 6.
Okay, I'm gonna move all the damage, prevent all the damage on Nomads onto.
Okay, so activating Nomads and Core to make sure all damage that would be dealt to Nomads and Core will be dealt to Nadu. Nadu will not trigger again. Nadu dies.
I'm not delirious. Act 3. Instant
So what will that do to the metagame? Will it lead to more combo decks rising up to fight Breakfast? Faster combo? Think like Reanimator or Doomsday or Storm or... You get the idea. Here's Ponder. After getting put back in hand by Tameo. Inquisitive Scholar returned it to hand. People will be trying to figure out what decks crush both Breakfast and Delver. Or whatever. You know, I know it's kind of Delvery, but whatever this deck is that David's playing, whatever you want to call it. Blue-Black Tempo, Delver, Frog Tempo, whatever. All right, here's a Murktide Regent.
Instant off fetch.
Yeah, the Nadu versions of the breakfast decks have a lot of the same weaknesses that the old ones had. Hedge Maze, Surveil. Harry Houdini suggesting Painter with Red Blasts. That could be a possibility. I think Painter might be pretty good in the upcoming metagame. It's also possible that the mono black deck's heavy on removal, graveyard hate, and just disruptive creatures like Opposition Agent, Plague Engineer, and the like could be pretty good. Here's Nadu, Winged Wisdom. Could be. I'm not sure, but could be. I think there's what's it called again? Long Goodbye? Is that the one that can't be countered?
Nomad's on itself.
Okay, Nomad's and Core on itself. Narcomoeba to hand. Ponder to hand. Nadu. Dude, alright, so plenty of Nadus to go around. Truth Cult says, I find the Nadu breakfast to be much harder to fight. It's hard to really say.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. One card in hand?
Oh, got it. Yep.
Yep.
It's also possible that High Tide Radstorm will be tier 1. It's possible. Just saying. Fairy Time Leveler is in. We're bouncing Psychic Frog.
Second.
Lifeline targeting
Nearly always
Go.
And I play.
move to end step. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go to discard.
And I'm like, yeah.
We had some people in our Discord talking about the Radstorm deck that has taken the format by storm. And it appears to be S tier, I would say. All right, discarding some cards on end step. Don't need those.
Nomad's trigger? Yep.
Upkeep. Doing some things with Nadu and Nomads again. Found a Force of Will. I'm not sure who scooped here. One card on the bottom. I guess David scooped. Okay, turn 1 Tameo, Inquisitive Student. I just didn't hear anybody say anything, so it wasn't completely clear. But I guess it makes sense given how much Nadu was going off. Misty Rainforest cracked.
Go. You put them both at the same time?
Yeah. Man, I'm just casting straight.
If only it costs one way.
Every once in a while, a game will just wrap up so quickly that it's not completely clear exactly what happened. But I guess, yeah, the Force of Will, it's very on the board. Led to Dave scooping it up.
They gave us, over the course of 12 years, they gave us
Literally.
Kyle's always embarrassed with riches. How can I hold all these cards?
Air Mesa, say go.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, Tameo attacks. Make a clue. Okay, here's a Ponder for Yasu.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good.
Okay.
Yep.
Bowmaster?
Orcish Bowmaster. Still a card you have to respect if you're going to play the Legacy format. Yasu will resolve this Ponder with a Bowmaster on the board now. Did they think about play patterns when they designed Orcish Bowmaster? Is there like an article I can read about that? Just want to know.
many cards in your hand? 4?
Yep, that's good.
So 2/2 Orc Army, Tamio, Orcish Bowmaster, and a Clue. David with plenty of stuff on the board. Bowmaster pretty good here. It'll make cantripping painful, for sure.
Go.
Flooded Strand getting cracked.
Go.
My kind of game.
I know.
Good.
Damn. Fetch.
Aviator, thank you for the sub with Prime. 2 months. Appreciate it.
I'll attempt to plow.
Swords to Plowshares on Bowmaster. It's gone.
Kind of nice that once you have it, that's gonna work.
I should be at 16.
16 Fetch, right?
Go ahead.
Looks like an Orum's Chant to Ferry in hand for Yasu. I just spotted a few cards. Tamia will make a second clue. I think that die indicates 1, but there are actually 2 clues, right? Unless I missed something. Here's Psychic Frog. Wasteland available. Okay, the die was corrected. There are 2 clues on the battlefield.
Vista.
A lot of people talking about Psychic Frog these days. Will it be too powerful in the future Legacy metagame? Only a panel of experts will be able to decide. All right, force pitching Force to protect the frog on Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah, that was
What about the panel? Do I have to be on a panel, chat? I don't. I'm busy. God.
Sure.
Now I got to be on a panel?
That thing can't block, can it?
2 colors, prismatic ending the frog.
It is your turn right
Oh,
now.
it's my turn.
All right, prismatic ending on Psychic Frog.
Cards? 2 cards.
I have 5.
Imagine like the weekly Zoom call of the Legacy panel. It's like 3 hours long, looking at data. You gotta see which card needs to be banned.
One spell.
What about unbans? Let's look at some data. Somebody makes like an hour-long presentation, you know? Yeah, maybe Dreadhorde is like barely relevant in other formats. It might be safe to unban. Yeah. Oh God, it sounds like my hell. Oh man. All right, I'm withdrawing from the panel. I'm not on the panel anymore. Sounds too boring. All right, brainstorm resolves.
Go.
Yep. You tumble force.
Making some more clues. Reducing Yasu's life total. Here's Baleful Strix. No Man's Core is on the board. This is not over yet. That creature is scary. 1 card in hand currently. For David, that is. Yasu holding a bunch.
I'll target my Flooded Strand.
Wait, that's only game 3, right?
Game 3.
That is a basic swamp. Not OG art, though. But it is retro frame, which is interesting. Sacking a clue. Tamio will flip.
Yeah.
Tamio will plus. Now the Inquisitive Scholar. And pass to Yasu, who is presenting combo here.
I'll try to block
Wait,
the
I'm gonna go off.
real
Target it.
work.
Illusionist resolves. Doing some combo stuff. Narcomoeba.
Go.
Okay, there's a fist bump. That is the match. Cephalid breakfast, everybody. Wow. What about the play patterns on that? GG's. GG's. The panel would spend 5 minutes talking about Legacy. No, the panel will have a weekly Zoom call, 3, maybe 4 hours long, pouring over the data that comes in from MTGO. And I don't know. Are they paying? Are they paying the panel? How much are they paying? Oh. I don't have time for this. All right. Our Discord is maybe I'm in a weird mood today. All right, Discord is up on your screen. There's the link to the Discord. There's the link to the Patreon. There's the link to the merch shop. Can we trust MTGO data without Fallout cards? Yeah, people are not even aware that there's a Fallout set at this point still, I would say. Let's set up another round for us to enjoy. What is the best art of the Legacy panel? Now we're talking. Now we're talking. These are the big questions after all. Hey, did you like the new Ponder from Doctor Who? I thought it looked really cool. No, I like the OG art. Okay. Yeah. All right, setting this up. David back on the left. Dominic joins us back on the right. This will be somewhat of a mirror match, but the lists are different. They're quite different. And this should be interesting look at the post-grief meta tempo possibility stuff. So this will be exciting.
Yeah, it's a 3-mana 2/2. I'll try this. Whenever you cast it.
All right, both players have kept 7. Flooded Strand gets correct. We are underway. Tamio, Inquisitive Student.
I don't have any. I love mine. Sure.
Faye with a great question. How many people are there in the store roughly each week for the Legacy events? We usually get about 25 players on average. And now that Grief has been banned, it's probably going to be about 26 players, I would say. So there's been a big change. All right, Thoughtseize. Let's see if that resolves. It's getting dazed.
It's artifacts. Say go.
Attacking with Tamio. Aviator says we get 8 to 10 usually. Yeah, so now you'll get like 9 to 11. Or maybe just the same amount, 8 to 10. It really is sad, everything that's going on. We don't have anybody. All right, so Underground Sea number 2, Nether Go.
Going to Bobble? Where are my lands?
That's what I had.
Man, it's just your hand with your deck, and then only.
Fatal Push on Tamio. Loaded Delta getting correct in response. Is this going to be another daze?
Let's see how this one goes.
Smallpox. Okay, so each player loses a life, discards a card, sacrifices a creature.
It might
and
explain the land situation, though.
So let's do that. The life first. You're at 17 right now.
I am. Thank you.
That's bad.
Brainstorm, okay.
The result is just.
You got this.
I could daze it. Resolving. I mean,
Yeah, sorry, it will resolve.
Okay.
Have fun.
19. You too.
But
Let's get a vault. And then I'll use the discard land.
I'm discarding Spellbound.
Okay, 2 cards go back on top. Tamio will flip into a Planeswalker. Inquisitive Scholar now. So countered the Fatal Push. Forgot about that for a moment. I forgot it was going to flip. Okay, Underground Sea.
Yep.
Track him for
Regular.
And a Fatal Push on Nethergoyf. So as we were starting this match, I was talking about how the decks are a little bit different. For example, I don't know... All right, here's Psychic Frog for Dominic. Both decks definitely have the Frog. But I don't know if Dominic has Belfastrix. I don't know if David has Nethergoyf. Obviously, David has Tamiyo. Not sure if Dominic is running Tamiyo. So the decks kind of have a different suite of creatures. Removal spells likely the same, like Fatal Push. Okay, here's Go for the Throat. Go for the Throat, seeing some play in Legacy these days, believe it or not. Moves the Frog.
Yeah, I'll buy back push.
Yeah.
Tamiyo will buy back Fatal Push. That will target Nethergoyf. Nethergoyf down. Good play there. So Tamiyo with 1 loyalty now, 1 clue on the table.
Go ahead.
That's on 1 count, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna get a hedge maze. I'll trade
Creature, sorcery, artifact, land.
Yep. So go.
Okay, there's another Nethergoyf for Dominic. I think that's 3 already in this game. Tamiyo could plus up to 3 and reduce attacker's power by 1. Sorry, Tamiyo's a little bit hard to see right now. There's a basic swamp.
Actually, it's like
Oh, no, it's a bit insane.
Yeah.
2 in hand for Dominic.
Go ahead. Play a forest. Play the naughty. You know about? Yep.
Quite a bit of card advantage in this game already for David. There's a pending clue token. In response to Ponder, Bowmaster. Force pitching, Brainstorm. Also, the Bowmaster count in each of these decks might be different. Bowmaster is countered, and a second Bowmaster. Okay, so it looks like this Ponder is going to be resolving with a Bowmaster on the battlefield.
Yeah, you can't kill it.
Yeah, so I will. 1.
Yeah, Nethergoyf will not die to 2 pings from Bowmaster, so Dominic's going to be hit. Is that a Surge foil Orc army? That is bling right there. That is bling.
I could have played around the Brainstorm, but then you just attack, you just hold that open.
Do the people of the YouTube comment, are they even aware of Surge foils? Does anybody know? If you're in the YouTube comments right now, are you aware of the existence of Surge foils and how nice they are, or have you not memorized everything that you can get in a collector booster yet?
I'll decline to put a land to play. Go ahead.
Yeah, Adam asking a great question. Is that the OG art for the Orc Army token? Probably.
Big ol', it was kind of small.
Okay.
If it is, it's the best one. Harry says, is there an acceptable location or preferred location for graveyards? Above the library, next to the library, below the library? Harry, don't ask questions like that, and don't tweet that.
I've cut several wastelands.
These people can't handle these kind of questions.
In the past while.
Yeah.
This is kind of something I have.
Yeah, wasteland's a fun card.
I know, it's like my favorite tool.
Tamiyo will tick up to 5.
I figured, I was like, okay, if he's thinking about it, that means he already lost a graveyard piece.
Passing the turn.
I will play
Tamiyo?
Attacking Tamiyo with another Nethergoyf. I believe it has 3 power. Well, 2 after the reduction from Tamiyo. Another Bowmaster.
Results?
And it's a 3/4. I'll ping him.
Thinking. I'll stifle that.
Ooh, Stifle on the Bowmaster's ETB. It looks like we're going to chump here to protect Tamiyo, who currently has 5 loyalty. Could potentially minus Tamiyo here to get back removal. Hit Nethergoyf. It looks like that was announced, and that will lead to a scoop from Dominic.
Yeah, the Tamiyo being flipped is just going to be...
It bought back 2 pushes, which is just huge.
It did. I mean, I was able to rebuy my own thing.
Syria says there's actually 2 Orc Army token arts. So which one's the OG? Which one's the best? I need your help.
But yeah, if you just do that, she's good.
Pokemokey weighing in on the location of graveyards. Yeah, there probably should be some designated spot for it for like pro REL at least. All right, Mishra's Bobble.
I'll throw this in and make
Deciding what color I'm adding. Green.
Yep. Untap.
Cast up the beanstalk.
Upkeep. Rogue. Yep.
Sure.
Yep. Mill 3. Yep.
So which Orc Army token is the OG? I need to figure this out. I hope I've been using the right one.
I'll crack targeting.
All right, Mishra's Bobble getting cracked. Looking at the top card of his own deck now. Polluted Delta could change it if we don't like it. We like it.
Surveil.
Undercity Sewer, Surveil. The one with the orcs is the original one? That might be it, folks.
At least this way she doesn't have to be.
Right, exactly.
Main phase 2.
And then I will pay for my rogue.
It's in this nice spot where she's great and feels fun to play with.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to complain.
Right, exactly.
If they're complaining about her in the format, it's a good spot. Response. Fetch.
Yep.
I'm going to Bowmaster.
Eat it. 2 cards on notes? Yep.
Yeah, I'm not fanning out my graveyard so people can look at it. It's a stack, and you have to ask me to look at it. It's only fair.
Not legendary, right?
I'll brainstorm.
It is legendary.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it. Here's the Bowmaster.
Excuse me, can I look at your graveyard, please? No!
I'll play...
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Jag with a hot take. Bring back graveyard order. Jag, have you met these people? They cannot keep track of graveyard order. They cannot keep track.
May I borrow a die, please?
It's come up on today's stream that there are multiple arts for the Orc Army, and people in the chat are trying to figure out which one is the correct or OG version, and it looks like nobody has been able to figure it out. If someone can help us, please help us. Baleful Strix. I love this card. Why isn't Baleful Strix brown?
You get the ripples.
Yeah.
I'm getting so angry.
Yep.
All right, here's Orcish Bowmasters. That could potentially remove this Baleful Strix.
Yeah, that's
great.
Baleful Strix dies.
Say go.
I'll take it. I'll put an 8.
Delusional Kraut taking Graveyard Order seriously, it seems. Seer Psychic Frog. Retro Frame. Fatal Push. Frog dies.
Can't fit him in the main deck anymore.
Still in my
At least I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm doing it as an unpopular choice.
Yeah.
Is picking up.
Swing at you?
I'll block one of the 2/2s. Yeah, I wish I could main deck them, but no.
I will go down to 4. Okay.
Cards in hand?
Oh, Pete, sorry. Pete Frog's good.
Yeah, we.
6 cards in David's hand. That's a lot.
Very good. No worries. No worries.
Oh, sorry. I have not put it in.
Yeah.
That's right. So I have 2.
Yep.
Like Barrowgorth?
It's so hard.
Barrowgoyf. Scary.
I mean, I'm not even putting counters on the
So go.
Just here to have fun.
Read her real quick.
Post sideboarding these tempo decks, these blue-black tempo decks, could potentially. I don't have these lists in front of me. Could potentially try to go a little bit more mid-rangey or long-gamey. Barrogoyf could potentially be a sideboard card that comes in. All right, Fatal Push on Bowmaster. Here's a Ponder. After the Bowmaster's cleared. Makes sense.
I'll split it to 2. Yeah, I'll just take.
Was it 18U, 17U, right?
7.
I don't believe either player has Troll of Khazad-dûm or Reanimate in their deck. I don't believe so. No evidence to suggest either player has either of those cards in their deck.
Resolve
Wasteland on Underground Sea. Not a super critical Underground Sea, but not too bad. Fatal Push now on Barrogoyf getting dazed. All right, turned on Revolt. Dazed to protect Fatal Push, okay. Force pitching Brazen Borrower. This is a key counter battle to try and kill this Barrogoyf, which could be a big problem. And unfortunately for David, it looks like the Barrogoyf will continue to exist on the battlefield. Not sure what its power is right now, but it's probably pretty high. There's a lot of types in the yard.
First turn.
Looks like David's about to give us a count.
Artifact, creature. So I think just 5, right?
You're at what, 14?
Brainstorm?
5 power with lifelink. Barrogoyf is going to hit pretty hard.
Yep.
Make blue and brainstorm.
David really needed to remove it there, but Dominic had the protection. Brazen Borrower was not on Adventure. It was pitched to Force.
You do get a land.
I will go like that. So we said he's a 5/6.
Yeah.
I'll swing at you
So
for 6.
still got the black.
Swinging for 6. Gain 6. Gain 5, rather. And then the trigger. So 5 cards milled. Bowmaster back to hand. Ouch. Somewhat interesting. Dominic might be out of lands in the main. Fetchable land. Well, okay. Undercity Sewer was in hand, or close to out of lands. I saw a 4th Underground Sea get milled there, I think. Mishra's Bauble now. Take a look. After deploying a Nether Go, which also will hit pretty hard.
The number. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, yeah. Yep, the third.
Sure.
The third Nadu.
The third Nadu.
Okay, here's a Ponder for David. Taking a look.
It's usually one of the first
playing the black
this time I got to the third.
Yeah, Tammy's.
Go ahead.
I'll make green with the carpet. Play it for green spot.
Okay, Shieldred's Edict. Nethergoyf will be sacrificed. Seems like an easy choice. Barrogoyf much more valuable right now. Had quite a counter battle over it. Attacking, putting David down to 5. Resolving the trigger now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna crack the Misty.
I guess I'll take the Barrogoyf and I'll attempt to play it.
Playing a second Barrogoyf. This is probably a game that will go to Dominic. Okay, we're going to game 3. Barrogoyf, everybody. So key turn in that game was the fight over Barrogoyf. Dominic was correct to spend resources to protect it. Swung for victory. And returned a friend or two.
And I was right. It feels very strong.
It's Jay Liddy says Barrogoyf is the new frog. Adam with a big question: when are we going to get some more Duskmorn spoilers? I'm ready for Duskmorn, Adam. I'm getting bored.
That's really good. It's fun to play the beans. It's very impressive.
I heard some people and saw some people's tweets and Reddits about how like the format is locked for Eternal Weekend. I'm like, what about Duskmorn? What are these people talking about? All right, Undercity Sewers, Serval.
Even then, you're just gonna tap deck.
Forgot about Duskmorn, folks.
You're playing Strix and Bowmaster.
You're not prepared enough. No, you should.
These Legacy players have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Doomsday. My pile of Doomsday just be right.
I mean, maybe it's like play it slow, but like I don't think it's not like you didn't see that. Like it's just a matter of like, will you? I feel like the people that play
not me, sorry.
I'm gonna like play the long game, so
like.
Have you thought about Duskmorn yet?
Yeah, best of luck. You too.
Others.
The event's not.
Did you cut? Yeah.
Do you still have the event on your phone?
I would have kept my closet if I saw the greens on the other.
It's not listed.
Like the app is just saying I'm not in an event.
Oh, that's good.
Psychic Frog is in.
Oh, no.
Brainstorm response.
Yeah, that's it.
And a brainstorm in response. Okay.
I'll keep it.
I just bury you in corner.
Sure.
There's like 0 risk.
Four.
Like the Caracas was like.
Psychic Frog is in. Then a Ponder.
Yeah.
Psychic Frog is quite powerful. If you're rooting for Dominic here, you're hoping for a removal spell as soon as possible.
Managed to actually end by 11.
Yeah.
Or David will jump ahead in cards in this game as Psychic Frog starts to swing away. And that may be too much of an advantage over time.
Yeah.
It's not really a New York City phenomenon because that doesn't work like that here. But
Okay, fetching up an Undercity Sewer on end step. Serval.
any of this
Oh yeah, they all have
all this stuff.
Yeah, Baragwayf may end up on the watch list by the time this stream is over.
Card stores. It's like Card Quest.
Unless you have all the cards in your hand, then it's
It just sounds like the name of a website that overcharges children for fake Pokemon cards.
Okay, Orcish Bowmaster into the trash. Don't need that right now.
2040.
Brainstorm?
Yeah. Sucker Frog Pins.
Doomsday is my best performing Moto deck, but only for 12 minutes on my combo turn right.
2 cards back on top.
Yeah, about 17.
Fetch.
Okay. Good luck in the rest.
Good
or
luck,
the
man.
last one, actually.
There's 4 rounds.
Oh, was it 4 rounds?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. I thought it was just 3.
That's why I'm so impressed we're going to get out by 11, supposedly.
Most of the time it's done by
By 9:30.
10. Unless something goes 15 minutes.
Well, yeah, it's going to be an hour over today.
Okay, Ponder. Looking for a way to hit this frog. Ponder shuffle.
There is removal somewhere in this deck, and goddamn, I'll find it.
All right, Dominic is going to find that damn removal, it turns out. All right, a nice cut here. Let's see what Dominic finds.
Cast it.
The cards is for saving you.
That it has.
What do you got, 6 in hand?
Brainstorm.
Life from below?
Okay, Brainstorm. Still looking. Trying to find a way to kill this frog.
I'll go to 19. I will Dark Ritual. Opposition Agent.
So you go.
All right, passing the turn.
Swing for 1.
Yep.
No effects.
Frog will get through. Draw a card.
What am I searching for? Any forest.
Sure.
Baleful Strix. Okay. More of a defensive creature.
Waste DC.
Wasteland on Underground Sea, not too bad. Pressure is on. Psychic Frog on only one side of the battlefield is quite an advantage. Brainstorm for Dom, trying to find that removal, trying to kill this frog.
Next time draw, so you saw 2.
I've I've been fucking digging. I've been doing my best.
Dominic is doing his best, digging and digging.
No.
Grab a bio.
Okay.
I didn't realize.
We're gonna see a Murktide here.
Does that mean you get to see my hand?
Yeah, I think just your library.
Cards in hand?
I mean, it's like
6 cards in David's hand. Is it possible we have to play around days? Petty theft on Psychic Frog. Okay.
He's come back.
Brazen Borrower goes on an adventure. Psychic Frog back to hand.
Don't let me keep this. But I'll I can just play.
Looks like Dominic is holding a copy of Frog. Belfast on defense for David is pretty good though. All right, maybe the Psychic Frog's going to head back to the stack. It's going to resolve. Dominic has been unable to remove the Frog permanently, but a temporary. What was that tempo?
Green, white, blue.
What was that tempo? Brazen Borrower bouncing the Frog? Does anybody know? I don't know.
Ponder?
Oshinoko is great.
No,
I actually didn't watch it yet.
Come on, man.
I know.
Name 3 of their.
Just joining in is this post-ban Legacy. Yeah, this is after the Renin 6 ban.
Well, when I was in Japan,
Well, now you have to watch it.
yeah, it's on my list.
Oh, wait, draw off the ponder.
Yeah, I love you. I went to the
Jesus fucking Christ.
All right, Dominic cannot find removal.
Cards in hand?
6.
Fuck. 8. Fine. Barragoy.
All right, there's Baragoyf. It's something. Yeah, Ragavan's still legal. I think David's splashing green for Oko.
I'm just gonna get run over by this frog.
Play 4, I still pass.
I dug so fucking deep.
Whoa.
3 brainstorms, 2 ponders.
All right, seems like morale is kind of low right now for Dominic, as he cannot believe he has not been able to find a removal spell for this Frog, but the Frog remains. Baragoyf is on the battlefield, though, and could affect the life total stuff, I guess, if Belfast can be removed. Belfast will be staying back on defense for sure.
I don't like my for it. Maybe I should have actually deployed threats and not worried about cantrips.
You like to hear that.
Alright.
Yeah, Dominic thinking out loud here. Should we have dropped some threats rather than digging for removal? It's possible. Psychic Frog gets in for a hit.
And then I'll pop shot.
I mean, having a Psychic Frog of your own could potentially okay, Fatal Push on the Frog could potentially be enough defense. It depends on how many cards are in hand. Psychic Frog finally knocked out. Brazen Borrower is on an adventure. Double Belfast for David will be tough to fight through as this game goes a little long. This is game 3.
So there's never a lack of high level.
Yeah, Dominic not aware that children are watching.
Sure.
And by children, we mean adult Legacy players. Adult Legacy players.
Well, I will, or not any
Sure.
I mean, if you look at the Reddit posts and tweets of these people, they are really just a bunch of children, it turns out. Why isn't Belfast brown? Wizard should apologize. Here's Tamio, Inquisitive Student.
Notably, cannot go off this turn.
Oh yeah.
And
He doesn't the +1/+. No, it's only creatures. I have.
All right, passing the turn. Brazen Borrower gets flashed in. I don't know if Dominic has a Bowmaster in hand. I see Irvin in the chat asking about that. I didn't see that. Okay, here's a Bowmaster from David. Maybe that's what they were talking about. I don't know. All right, Brazen Borrower gets hit. It's gone. There's a Surge Foil Orc Army. And we still don't know if that's considered the OG art, but it is bling. Here's Bowmaster. Bowmaster, your Bowmaster. Okay, Redemption says it's not OG. Oh, this stuff is so hard to keep track of. Yeah, Keith Master Flex prefers the OG foiling, yeah. Psychic Frog. Which version is the best for the Orc Army token? Can we get a straight answer on that? I'm getting exhausted.
Counting these two, 6.
Just tell me which one I'm supposed to use.
I'll respond by trying to bounce not and trigger out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, people referencing Surge Foil. Legacy players are not even aware that Surge Foil exists. They're just not aware of it. They have no idea.
My own threats. Instead of just cantrips insensibly.
I'll take it down, sacrifice.
just duke it out.
Does that mean it's etched?
It's not like if I drew
They just have they have no clue what's going on.
and I can deploy after, not to get any value. Yeah, I played a good amount of it, but I guess not a
Fatal Push hits the Bowmaster. It's gone. Aviator saying, when are we going to talk about Ripple foils? Chat, these people have no clue what you're talking about. So stop mentioning it. They have no idea. Ripple foil, is that from Yu-Gi-Oh? They just have no clue.
Specific driver for this card doesn't, like, this kernel of Ubuntu doesn't support it.
Go for the throat on the frog. So, plenty of removal for David, it turns out.
Yeah. That is completely fair. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Dominic has scooped here, it looks like. Plenty of stuff going on for David. There's going to be a lot to dig out of Dominic. Maybe a little tilted, I don't know. GG's. GG's. Good match. Good match. And a nice look at the blue-black tempo decks in the post-grief metagame, I would say. That was enlightening, I think is the way I would put it. Okay. Well, a great first look at the Grief metagame. We will be doing polls once again for Twitch chat to vote round by round on next week's weekly stream. That wraps it up for me for this week. Head over to our YouTube channel if you want to watch more Legacy. I'll see everybody soon. Stick around for the raid. Peace out.